Hello and welcome back to our Planet Coaster 2 Challenge Mode series, the true Challenge Mode series on the channel, uh, where we are seeing if we can build a park only completing the challenges that the game has given me. In the last episode, we completed quite a few challenges, and we were working towards the biggest challenge that we had was completing a roller coaster. We're almost there. It's not open yet. But we added a restroom. We added a mechanic research building because we needed to research something. We added a drink stand, and then we added two flat rides. And then hired a mechanic and a janitor. So we completed a bunch of challenges in that first episode, and we're going to be starting out here pretty good in this episode as well. So the current challenges that we have, and actually I'm not sure why we don't have this playing. Um, we need to build a new coaster, which is completed. We just need to get it to open. We need a park rating of a 1.0. I don't know when we'll get to that. Maybe we'll get to that this episode. Hopefully, it just automatically completes itself. And then we need to build a staff building, which is very important because we need one. So, what we're going to focus on here, we're gonna stop with the coaster at the moment because that's going to come. It's going to happen quickly here, but we can get our staff building here pretty quickly, and yeah, this. Oh, I don't know where I just placed that. Um, all we need to do is just add a nice little area here. That was not the right button. We are placing things at the wrong spots all over the place. And we're hitting the wrong buttons. Been doing really good in this series of hitting all the wrong buttons. So, there's that. But there we go. Okay, so we've got that. We add our facility here. We just want a small staff building because we don't need the large one yet. And then we can actually use this staff path here, which the reason we're using that is because we're going to need a staff connection here to for the ride. So we should be able to just connect that all. So now that's completed. So we'll work on getting something else here. Our money is looking quite nice. How much do we have? We have way more repayment, so we're just going to let that roll for now. We're going to go ahead and open this, though. We'll throw that on dynamic. We are going to... We're going to need to have this fluctuate quite a bit. Minimum interval, we'll just leave it at 30 for now. It is blocked, but if we just send it as soon as this one leaves the lift hill, this one's going to stop here and it actually slows it down. So we have to be a little more methodical with how we do that. So let's see here. If we put the entrance there, we have to place the exit over there, and then we have to place a staff gate, which probably just do that. All right, so now the entrance, we've got our queue. Actually, everything's still kind of set because we need railings, we need curbs, we need foundation, and we need supports. There we go. And then do we? I don't think we need a whole lot here. Let's just throw that in for now. we will... Oh, boy. Where's our brick? There it is. And actually, we need to add foundation and add railings. You know what? That looks fine. I do not like that, though. Okay, so that's good. And then our staff path, which is going to be a straight line, can have a... Yeah, that's funny. Let's see. I wonder if... Where is this that I change it? Move the staff gate. Okay. That might work for us here. I don't want it to look super weird. And I think that's all we're gonna get. Let's see. Yeah, so let's try and move this again. Yeah, this isn't quite working out the way I was hoping it was going to. We can still move this a little bit more interior there. And maybe, just maybe, okay, we can actually still go a little bit more. A lot of trial and error with this, and that does not help. When it's... Oh my gosh, I hit the wrong button. Whoa, that was interesting. Let's try again. We can go a little bit more. Okay. Let's try there. And it's so close. I don't think we can go any further than that. I mean, what we can do is if we move our staff gate just all the way over, we'll take our queue path and we're just going to lead it for now. We'll move these bushes, all of the bushes, over to this side. And then okay. I can live with that. I don't think that's terrible. And then we actually can just kind of make this a little more rigid. We can put a planter in there if we wanted to. We actually don't need... We don't need railings on the bottom portions here. And we can open it. So we have enough power Hopefully our coaster is going to draw in some more people. We have a lot of people that are sunburnt, so that's an issue. We can claim that reward. We have to hire 7 staff, so we need 1 more. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to hire a... Who do we hire? I think we do an attraction attendant, right? I don't think we need security yet. We don't have enough people for people to be pickpocketed. And then they'll actually be able to break everyone. The only person we can't break is the person operating the food stall. So we can claim that. And then we just need to get our park rating up, which we need to do that by adding scenery. And we're going to add scenery to this ride. Now, we do need to change the color of this. We need to take a ride on this. We didn't take a ride on this yet. I like the idea that this would be like an off-white. Because I think this would be a ride that would be painted that. That's... No, we're going to stick with the off-white here. I'm not sure what color that is for. I mean, we could do... Honestly, I don't mind the brown either. I think that makes sense, but the cars... I actually kind of like what they're at there. But we may want to just... Yeah. Okay. Alright, now you can see that stayed way too long for what we need it to, so we're going to come in here and we're going to change this down to, let's do 30, and then we'll do 25 and 25. We'll just keep an eye on this as we go through. I did come up with a name for this. We're going to call it Cascade, because it kind of cascades down as you get towards the exit, or the end. We have a bunch of people coming over to ride this, so that's exciting. This is still very much way too long. So let's try 20 here. We'll do 25 here, and we'll do 20 here. So the goal is to not have it stop, and it just stopped. We're gonna let it run one more time, just to see if we have the same issue with that. I kind of feel like we're gonna. Yeah. Okay, so just a little bit too much yet. We'll go down to 15. We're still going to go 5-second increments. And then we'll boost it back up. We'll do like 2 or 3 seconds or something like that. So something's a little off here. This one's not working as a block brake, right? Is it just regular brakes? Yeah, that one's just set as regular brakes. Oh boy. Yes, I know. There we go. Alright. All those people are a little upset, but, you know, that's something that we need to do. While this is testing, we want to build our station here. It's going to be a very, very basic station. So don't expect too much here. Actually, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for this to go. This is all. That's fine. Guest being sunburnt's fine. Do we have any rides that are making us money? Lifetime. Yeah, so that's making us money. I don't know if this is though. Barely. Barely is that making us any money. I think this will make us money once we start getting more people into the park. 385, that looks good, so we'll open that. Alright, now let's get into building. We're not going to attach scenery. This is not that type of ride. Align scenery with station corner. Perfect. So, we're going to do like a plank wood. We're going to recolor it to be white. Or silver, whatever you want to call that. Okay, we have a lot of Z fighting, so we will certainly address that because that drives me up a wall. Alright, so there we go. Let's see. Where do we go from here? We're just gonna let those be what it is. I kind of feel like we should do something along this line. We do have arch extensions, so... Whoa. Oh, and then we did it again. No. I think, I don't think we want to do the arch extensions for this. But I do think we want to continue with the plank. Got the wall up here. And we just line that up there. All right, now let's take a look. Yeah, I think our coaster's moving at a much better rate now. I imagine the one going through the center here is going to easily beat the other one. That's going at its slowest right now. So that should be good. I think we got the right time frame on all of that. So all right. So now let's get into more of the build here. We do want thick wooden beam. These are maybe my favorite wooden beams that we have. That's clearly way too tall. Oh, you know what? We need to do this first. We'll just cover just enough of that. Ooh, and that's actually too big. So we're going to have to go with the smaller one. That's fine. And we need the even smaller one here. Okay. And get that going there. So just a little bit of definition in the area there. Yeah, I don't know if I really want this. So let's take out these top pieces. We're going to need to add some type of fencing here. Let's see what we have. I'm thinking I don't know why. I kind of like this one. I've never used this one before, but I think it's like really basic. I don't think we can recolor it though. Yeah, no, we can't recolor it, so that's not going to happen. This is considered a fence. Okay. This is a fence apparently. I don't understand how that's a fence, but you know, that is what it is. I don't hate these. If we were to sit these down, we can recolor these. And we can just kind of feed these in. I don't hate that. Not exactly sure what this is gonna, if this is gonna work though. That's fine. That should be fine. Yeah, I think we can make this work. I think we can do this. Once we put this fence down, we're going to check our challenges, because it looks like we have 2 more available. That's good for now. Let's back out because that sound is killing me. All right, so it wants us to build 2 more flat rides. So that's a really good one. And then have 100 guests in the park. So that one will naturally come as well. Do we do the flat rides now, or do we continue with the station? I think we do one of the flat rides. I think we do. Yeah, I think we do one. And we're gonna have to expand our little midway here. Do we not have merge on? We do have merge on. I don't understand why that's not working there. Actually, we don't. This one we probably don't want yet. Okay. Yep, we're gonna have to tidy some of that up. I think that's fine. Yeah, I don't see any issues with that. Okay. All right, let's tidy up some of these. Oops. Hit the wrong button again. Just get that. Okay. All right. Come on. Get that to kind of fill in. Oh, you know what? It's because of the foundation. I'll have to take the foundation off. Just trying to figure out why those things were there. Okay. Just manipulating the path a little bit here. Just a little bit. It's definitely not centered perfectly. But you know what? It does the job, so. Whoa. Holy cow. Do I think we need that? No, but is it going to be fine? I think so. Hit the wrong button. There we go. Got all that tidied up now, which leaves us quite a bit of space for what we're working on here. Yeah, look at that. We take the foundation off, we get rid of that little black line that we don't want. So that's perfect. All right, so now we have plenty of room for another flat ride. And I kind of feel like we should go with the one that we researched, right? So the Bump and Derby. Although we do kind of need a more intense ride. So maybe we don't go with the Bump and Derby. Although the Bump and Derby would be pretty cool to have. We'll reevaluate that and come back to that. So let's. I keep looking at that, but I don't think we want to do that. Let's take a look. The Pathos. I'm not a huge fan of this ride, but honestly, I think this will do exactly what I want. It is expensive, which is annoying. but I think this will give us what we need. Thought I clicked that, I did not. There we go. All right, now what's our queue gonna look like here? That's fine. Let's do a little curvy queue here. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Just a little wiggly queue. And Jesus, that ride is so loud. All right, that's good. And then what railings do we need here? Okay, we missed a spot there. Somehow we missed spots there. And there we go. Okay. So we can go ahead and we can start testing that. Let's take a look here. I like the dark red for this. So I think dark red is what we're going to do. Dark red and black. That's going to be our... because this is the more intense ride. Let's see what kind of pattern we want on this. I don't know if I care for any of this. Geometric? Honestly, I don't mind that one, so we'll stick with that. I think we want this to be black and then the design to be red. Frame area 2. Yeah, I think that's good. And we'll stick with it like that. Frame area 3. Yeah, I really like that one for this ride. The... Yeah. And then frame area 4, we don't know what that is. It's another texture that I'm not fully sure of where we're... oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that is good. So we've got Pathos 3. That should be done, so we can dynamic that and open it up. We don't have any rides that are having issues with too long of lines that are keeping people out. So I think the dynamic pricing is where we want to be with all of this. And I'm hoping that the Pathos 3, considering it is an intense ride, our other 3 rides are pretty boring, to be honest. I'm hoping that draws in more people, gets them in here so we can focus on getting that done. Oh, I just noticed that this is... what did we just do here? There we go. Okay. There we go. Alright, we're looking better there. We lost our railing here for whatever reason. So we'll have to go back in here. And just do that. That, I don't know why that color changed. There we go. That should be working out a little bit better. Wow, that takes a lot of power. Maybe that wasn't the best one to use. I think we're probably making a little bit of money here. Cost us a lot of... It cost us a lot to do that, so maybe we shouldn't have done that. But scenery rating is fluctuating quite a bit here. We are a little lower on money, so that's something we'll have to consider. Scenery bonus is going up here for this since we've added our building. But we're going to keep working on this now. So we're going to go with the plank walls again. We're actually going to cut this in half. We'll come up. And out. Honestly, I think we can do that. I think we'll survive with that. And then we should be able to take these, just duplicate that. Actually, probably didn't even need to duplicate it. Probably could have just moved it. So that'll cost us a little bit, but that's fine. And then we are going to want to put this right there. Now, the idea behind this is this would be like a little maintenance shed type of thing. And I think that would work a lot. Now, we are going to put some hedges around the bottom. Small. Yep. Yeah, we don't want these to be massive. Just very basic hedges. That we can just duplicate around. Okay, and we'll select these and then give a full rotation here. And only need to do a little bit of and you know what, that should be fine. We're gonna have plenty to just throw that down there, and that one actually you can't even see, but we'll still fix it just because we can. Alright, very, very, very basic station so far. Alright, now how do we want to do the roof? We're gonna need just a good old-fashioned townhouse roof, which I do like the slate. Yeah, I think what we'll do is something like this. So it'll give us a little bit there, and then we'll come in here. Let's see, where does that go? I think we're going to need to go up a little higher. That's pretty tall. I don't know if I like that much. So let's bring it down. That's too much. That's pretty good. I'm content with that. We do have the ridge cap. That we'll just throw up here. Holy cow, I don't know what was going on with that, but that was insane. It's starting to get dark here. So we might have to switch to a fixed day here. We don't have any lights in the park, so we're gonna have to do that, I think. So let's just go ahead and do that quick. And again, we're not really focused on the days anyway, so maybe we'll do some lighting at some point, but for the meantime, I think we just stick with what we have. So, all right, now we got plank. We need to get plank again. And hey, that gives us that. Oh, we don't want that. We want... We will just throw... Oh, wait, is that really completely... Okay. We can do this. We can do this. To move... Whoa. Whoa. There we go. Okay. Okay. I wonder if we spin this around, if that works. It does not. I was actually debating if we wanted to take this and keep like a little. little bit of an alcove there, but I don't, I don't like that it's not the right pitch. So maybe we'll come back to that. Maybe we'll come back to that. I like that what we've got here though for our station under this. But let's take a look where we're at here. We're at 0.06, so we're getting up. We're over halfway at this point. We still need more guests in the park, so we did not get enough guests with this, but I think this is making us some money. Yeah, so that's going to make us some money. Scissor should make us some money. And, oh my gosh, we already have $35,000 in that. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. Or 35,000 research points. So I think that's really good. We need to find a way to make more money. I guess we could just put in our other flat ride. I don't like the Helter Skelter. I don't think we're gonna do that. I do kind of really want the bumper cars. And it's non-spinning ride, so I think that would be good for us. I don't know what to expect with I don't know what to expect with that, but I think we need to because we need to get through these challenges. So let's go ahead. Ooh, oh no, wait. That's payoff. I need to increase. Oh, we can take a ton of money. We don't want to just do it. $3,000 should be enough. All right, let's take our trees. We'll move them back over to this side. These are going to be the most mobile trees that have ever existed. Maybe they'll find a permanent home here at some point. Probably not. Okay. And then where's the bump and derby? Bump and derby, there it is. We need to keep it close. We need to keep it close so that it can stay within the power that we have. You know, let's put this one on this side. Our straight line builder, just connect that in. And then our queue, which we're also going to do a straight line for. You know what? I think we can do better. Let's just see if we can get it to... There we go. That's fine. Alright. That's good. And we have the right railings on there. That's awesome. We do need to get the right path here. We also need to get the right railings here. Hopefully this will get us over that 100 guest threshold too. So that's perfect. Bump and derby. Guests are tired. Make sure you have enough benches in your park. Sure. Dynamic. Throw that open. That's going to get us the next reward here. And hopefully we're going to see some people coming in here. Although it doesn't seem like it. Does not seem like that is drawing the people in. But let's go ahead. Let's do our thing with this one. We need to edit. Actually, I think we need to remove the curb and the railing, or the foundation. I don't know if that really matters. I think we need to take that off. And there we go. Because then we can go in and edit the pathway and just, probably a little too close there. Actually, those are already connected, so I don't know why I'm even doing that. Not sure. Not sure how we're going to address that one. Yep, we are. This whole thing is a little finicky at the moment. Yeah, something around this corner that it does not like. So, maybe. Oh, I thought you was going to let us do it. You know what? I think this looks good with railings. Let's just go ahead and put those back on here. Yeah, just the curbs. Do we want the curbs? Yeah, I think we want the curbs. So, you know what? That looks much better. Let's just keep it like that. I don't know why we even took that off in the first place. All right, so we're up to 90 guests, 93 guests. That's very close. That's very close for what we need. And I don't think we're going to get any more. So that's great. That is great. We probably should pay off some of our loan. Let's just do like $1,000 here. And draw that back. We need to keep building. We need to keep building our we need to keep building our station here. We need to figure out what we're going to do with that too. Maybe we is there any? Actually, I think that's good. That's perfect. Okay. All right, so let's keep going with the town. Not the columns. There's beams. I know there's beams with the sorcery pack. Let's see if we can find them. Townhouse beam. There it is. Okay. Okay. Bring that up. That sticks out a little more than I would have liked. I like the idea of the black here. It's doesn't really do a whole lot for us, but let's see. Just to kind of bring this in here, we probably go down a little more. And maybe even just sink it in. That's why we hired our our attraction attendants, so that they can swap out. Hopefully they keep making us money. All right, so I kind of like that. We need a roof here. So flat roof. Let's just see what we have here. No, or maybe. Honestly, I do not hate it. I don't hate it. The reason I don't hate it is because it... okay. That doesn't make any sense that was the thing that it... You don't see anyway, the reason I don't hate it, because it gives us that look from the bottom on the inside then. And I think that's kind of what we want. I think we are going to need these beams to come and play a factor in this as well, so that can cover up some of that. We probably want to come down a little further than that. Also gives us a little bit of color, which I think this building's gonna need. Holy cow, this is loud. Why is this so loud? Wood. Okay, so that just gives us a little bit of a break there. Doesn't necessarily look great, but it saves us some piece count for what we need to do. Now, these wooden pieces here, I like the idea of having these. Actually, we may, if we can, just make this way bigger. Although I don't like that. I don't like the way that's looking. What about the carved pieces? What if we flip it upside down? We will make this so large that it seems like it's at the bottom. I don't like it coming through the top. We'll just deal with it. Okay, so we weren't nearly as successful this video, as you can hear my alarm going off, but we did get some things done. We added 2 new flat rides, we added a staff building, we finished our coaster, and then we're starting to build our station here that it looks pretty rough at the moment, not gonna lie. And it also looks weird considering we have a very different style architecture right in front of it. But we got a new challenge. Oh, build a food shop facility. So that's going to be a great one to start with next episode. We need to continue building our station to make it look a little bit nicer. We actually have people coming into our park right now. I don't think that's enough to get us over the 100 guest mark. But either way, I do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to leave a like. If you saw something I could have done better, let me know in the comment section. And if you want to see some more awesome Planet Coaster 2 content, please subscribe to the channel. So again, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Later!